Hey guys, Chris back here again from CNH Small Engine. We're up in my cabin here. Today is Monday, the 2nd of September, around 11 o'clock in the morning. We had a lot of rain last night up here, so I had to wait for it to dry out up here a little bit. So I'm going to be trying out the two uppers right here. This one is the M16A4 upper right here, specifically with the carrying handle on it right now, and also the FN USA upper right here, the actual 20-inch upper right here as well too. So one of my friends online wanted me to do a quick comparison between each one right here, because they want to see what actually asked me what the felt recoil difference or the actual impulse was from each one specific upper. So I got the magazine loaded up with 10 rounds of good old green tip ammunition right here, good old IMI green tip, in the ETS magazine right here. So we'll be loading thing up 10 rounds right here. We'll be trying it out, and we'll see how the felt recoil impulse is between these two right here. The only primary difference between each one right here is this one right here is the FN, I believe it's an FN USA commercial spec upper right here specifically. I also added up the Knights Armament actual front foreguards and stuff like that, foregrip. And as this one has my first gen BCM blower, it has the ALG trigger in it here as well too, with a purple spring, and it also has the what the hell is it called? It's JP Rifles silent capture recoil spring assembly. It's an H3 version, and I also have the yellow upgrade we're gonna call recoil spring in that unit specifically as well too. The second one we have right here, the M16A4 upper right here. This is basically a factory stock upper assembly right here for that. I did have to swap out the actual carrying handle, because the original carrying handle was not zeroed, because the rear sight thing was kept on flopping around. It was extremely loose in the actual base. I tried to contact the guys I actually bought it from, and he couldn't do anything about it, because it was supposedly new old stock stuff, so he couldn't really give me a refund for anything else like that for that. So no biggie right there. So I just got another one from my brother, and we slapped that one on, and we were able to zero the rifle okay, no problem. This one right here, it has a BCM H3 buffer with a BCM carbine spring in here as well too. So this one also has the factory trigger. This one has the factory BCM PNT pulsed or enhanced trigger, they call it right here for that. So this lower is basically almost we want to call mil spec right here. The only difference I have when this one is an H3 stock buffer with an H3, so spring assembly right there for that. So everything else on here is basically the same, and I just want to do a comparison between these two shooting, because one of my friends online asked me to provide some kind of a felt recoil difference, or some way to compare two 20-inch uppers that are almost identical to each other right here for that. This one right here has the original we'll call FN USA bolt carrier group. This one right here has a it's a Palmetto State Armory enhanced bolt carrier group. It's the one they have like a they call it the DLC coating on the actual bolt carrier group, and I did upgrade the actual extractor with a BCM extractor, and this one also has the upgraded BCM extractor as well too. So those are about the only real differences I can really tell you off the bat right there for that. So we'll be doing 10 rounds here in a mag with the good old potent IMI M855 ammunition right here I got today. This is good stuff, guys. This is probably about the best green tip you can buy on the market, and that's what it looks like right there specifically for that. So this is good, excellent brass cased ammunition right here for that. So let me get my camera situated here. This will probably be my only video for today, because we're going home here shortly, so it's only going to be a few minutes. Okay, let me get it situated here for you guys so I can get a good shot. Right about there. That looks good right about there. Okay, I'm going to get it turned just a teeny bit. Okay. Okay, we'll try to do about 5 rounds here, but the thing is, I got 10 rounds there and might want to take the last round, so it'll probably be about 6 rounds in this one gun and about 4 rounds in the second one over there for that guy. So let's get going here. Okay, looks good. Let me get a good stance here for you, see get a good shot from the side. Injection port right there for that as well too. So that looks good about right about there. Okay. Okay, last 4. Looks good. Make sure it's locked and tight. Okay, good to go. Okay, now for the comparison. The felt recoil between each one right here. Basically, this one over here, right here, actually had the better felt recoil impulse specifically. So this one right here specifically had a better recoil impulse with it. I attribute that basically to the fact that I do have the JP Rifles silent capture recoil spring in the actual buffer tube right here, for example. And also the fact that I do have a better trigger in there as well too, because the ALG trigger, it seemed to be a little bit smoother out there as well too, but it's kind of negligible. But it seems like overall the felt recoil difference between the FN USA one and the mil spec one right here, the M16A4 one. This one seemed to be having a slightly more bit felt recoil impulse using the M855 ammunition right here for that. So that's my comparison. This one has a bit more felt recoil. I'd say probably about 5, maybe between 5 and 10%. And as this one has a little bit better felt recoil when you compare them basically two uppers, 220-inch uppers that are from basically the same manufacturer right here for that. Like I said, the only difference is this one right here is their like commercial duty one, and this one right here has the mil spec upper system on it for that. So this one has the H3 buffer assembly in it. This one also has an H3 buffer assembly in it. However, it's a JP Rifles silent one, and it seems to offer a better or smoother recoil impulse. That's probably the primary contributing factor to why the rifle feels a little bit better when it's actually cycling out there for that. So overall, this one feels better, guys, for the 20-inch upper with the felt recoil impulse, and this one would be the runner-up right here, the 20-inch M16A4 upper right here for that, guys. So if anybody has any comments, questions, whatnot today about what I just had here, feel free to leave me a message here, and I'll try to get back to you as soon as I possibly can. I'll see you guys. Have a nice day.